Friday night knife review. Although this isn't a knife, but it has one. But anyhow, what we have here is the Gordon 20-in-1 Multitool. Now, this is supposedly I think a Leatherman Wave knockoff, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong on that one. Don't feel free to correct me down in the comments section. Now, why wouldn't I have done a review on this when it first came out 11 months ago? Well, it's because it took me until now to actually get my hands on one. And seeing as that I actually wanted to have a good multi-tool to have on my kit, I decided to pick this one up. So, since me standing here and holding it and its packaging would be boring, let's go ahead and let's get another knife out, which is the one I carry every day, which is this little Imperial Stockman. By the way, if you know of anybody that actually makes a small Stockman of about this size in carbon steel, let me know. Because I don't know who does, because Case doesn't. They make medium Stockmans, they don't make small ones. But enough of that. Let's get this open. Remember, always cut towards yourself, especially when you have a dull knife. I'm not going to cut the pocket clip off that, so why even try? Let's go ahead, let's get her out of her packaging. Now, before we look at the multi-tool itself, I want to take a look at this sheath right here. Now, the sheath's not leather, and I kind of... That button snap right there is weird. Now, it's only going to fit on your standard size belt, so that's enough of that. How does it feel in the hands with just the pliers out? Not too bad. The edges are rounded, and on both sides it's got a ruler. In fact, hang on a second. No, it's got a half-assed ruler on the back of it if you can deal with having the thing on in the way. It goes in inches and in centimeters. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's see if we can get it to show up here. Hopefully I'm not taking too long and freaking wasting your time with this. I mean, I'm really trying my best here to be interesting as possible. It claims to have the knife to be a one-handed deployment. That's the serrated edge. It also claims it has a gut hook. Also good for cutting rope. And that feels pretty sharp, actually. It does lock. What's in the other side of it? You have a saw. Since we have a saw, I have a piece of wood right here. Let's see. Is it any good? As I make a giant mess in my studio. Actually, how about I hold it? How about I hold it down and use it? Saw works. I love editing. The saw also has a lock on it, 90-degree spine. You can strike a ferro rod with that. Here's the main blade of it, right here. It appears to have a flat grind on it. That's interesting that they went with a flat grind. Now the knife's blade steel is 5CR 5CR something or other MOV. It's cheap Chinese blade steel. Let's go ahead. Let's see here. What angle you got to get it on? I like how I'm doing this before I'm seeing if it's even sharp. But I can tell you right now, this thing is sharp. It's not maybe the greatest thing for freaking making a feather stick, but I'm doing it. But anyhow, so I got a piece of paper right here. Let's go ahead and let's see. Is it sharp after I've already made it dull? Very, very sharp. I just ripped the paper there, but this is really thin paper. Yeah, you got to kind of have a little slice to it, otherwise it just rips the paper. But that's a thing. Now, I thought this was bullshit when I first saw it. It said it had a diamond file on it. That is a diamond file. We got a regular file right here, along with a surprisingly serrated edge right here. That's also a file. I'm kind of digging that, I'm not going to lie. Sorry if I'm breathing heavily in the microphone. All right, we already looked at that. We looked at the saw, we looked at that knife blade, we looked at the file. Alright, so now we got to open it up and we got to check out what's on the inside of here. What we have here is a pair of scissors that you got to deploy out. This is covered with oil, by the way. There we go. Got the scissors, piece of paper, scissors cut. Oh, you got to actually unfold the scissors to make them work. It's got a slotted screwdriver / pry bar. What is in between that? Ooh. You got yourself a little micro screwdriver, complete with Phillips and slotted. I'm pretty sure that's going to get lost fairly quickly. Ow. Now you got to hold the little thing up right here to close it. So it stays open as long as you want. And it's also got another bigger Phillips and slotted screwdriver, which you may just lose that too, but it does lock into place, as well as if I can not rip my thumbnail off trying to get it open. God damn it, I hate it when they do this with things. There we go. A can / bottle opener. Is it sharp? No. But would it open a can? Probably. That appears to be all the functionality of this. That also locks into place. Is them few functions along with a pair of pliers, wire cutters, etc. It's also got a pocket clip on it. Now, I normally hate pocket clips. Oh, and another thing it also has is you see a little... Focus. See the little black dot right there? That is a hardened ceramic ball bearing which you can use to break glass. Because it says it has a window breaker, that's what I'm assuming it is a piece of ceramic to break glass. When it folds up flat, I'm gonna try using this for a little while. Maybe in my kit. Who knows? Anyhow, if you found this video interesting, if you actually think this looks like a good value for the money, which I'm starting to think that it is probably a pretty good value for the money, let me know down in the comment section. If this video was too long and you didn't make it to the end and you didn't make it to this part, I don't blame you. Anyhow, I'm Spaztastic, and you're watching Spaztastic TV, and thank you for watching.